blow you away. Some risks in life are always worth taking. Love and money is always worth making. Just grab on and hold on tight. You're in for the ride of your life.
Hello and welcome back to the Beyond the Arc podcast. Dallas, joined by Levi. Levi, go ahead and tell the people how you're doing today.
Just got off work, brother. Living the dream.
Absolutely. All right, I guess let's go ahead and get started here talking about rice. What's your favorite kind of rice? Mine's fried.
I'd say fried. I mean, it's got to be fried. But, well, if a shrimp fries it, it's better. But
Absolutely.
it's got to be,
Have you
it's got
ever
to be
ate?
fried by some type of
Have you ever ate an owl?
owl.
Yeah. You know hootie
Nah,
hoo.
nah, nah.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, moving
That's
on
a
to
that's
the.
that's got to be a Kentucky thing, Dallas. I think
Got to be.
you had owl fried rice before.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. It's an everyday thing down here. But moving on to the game, I thought Felix, it was great to see him back and being somewhat of his normal stuff. I mean, 20 points, that is a career high. 8 rebounds. I'm not sure what the block numbers were. I think it was like 2, 3. I ain't got that in front of me, but I thought Felix looked probably the best he's looked all season offensively. Defensively, as normal, he was very
Zero
active.
blocks.
Zero?
That's according to Ken Palm. He had zero blocks. Jacoby Gillespie had one though.
Yeah, that was a very huge block. I know Felix had to have at least one. I could see it in my head, but if he didn't,
Nah,
oh
official
well.
stats, nah. But
All right. Anyway, Jalen Carey, it seems as though he got the message. I mean, 9 points, 5 rebounds. He was much more active on the boards. He had one, two, I think 3 tip-ins right at the rim. That was just effort plays. Just it was great to see that from him. Another solid outing for Nate. I mean, 19 points, 10 rebounds, went 6 of 13 from the field, but I mean, 6 of 9 from two, 0 of 4 from three. I'll take 6 of 9 from the field. I mean, from two any day, really, from Nate. And I mean, just one assist, only 2 turnovers. But speaking of turnovers, you had 11 as a team, which is, I think it's a step down from what you've been seeing, but still, we got to cut down the turnovers, the stupid ones, of course. I mean, Gillespie had 4 turnovers of his own. I would like to see him get those down to 2 a game if he can possibly do it. I know it's still a new system for him, so it's going to take some time, but the stupid turnovers are the bugaboo right now. I mean, coming off of that game, it was just, I mean, there was two. That one we talked about, that Nate, I'm not even sure what was happening. I don't know if he expected Gillespie I think it was Gillespie that was in the area. I'm not sure if he
yeah,
expected Gillespie to cut. I don't know what happened there, but it obviously upset Barnes enough that I think he took Nate out as soon as it happened. So, and
yeah.
uh,
Said it was the
moving
worst
in,
turnover. Said it was the worst turnover of the year. Eh,
my, it might be the worst turnover he's ever seen as a coach. I mean, it was pretty brutal, but I
yeah,
mean,
it was
coming off
bad. It was
it,
bad.
it was coming off the last 3 games. Thanks to Jordan Moore for sending this in to me, but Tennessee has a top 10 offensive efficiency over their last 3 games, and per CBB analytics, the offense is starting to gel really well. And man, just pray for JP Estrella, man. We're hoping that he can get back, and it's not a season thing because this team was starting to gel, and if he's not a part of it, it's going to hurt not just the team wise, but morale wise. And hopefully, this is something that doesn't, like I said, doesn't keep him out for the season. I know the latest is that it's
Crap. Hold on.
hopeful.
The cat's in the Christmas tree. Hold on. Hold on. Get 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 out of there. You can't. No, please. Your mom will kill me. There you go. Get out. Thank you. Thank you, son. All right. Sorry, Dallas.
You're all right. I'm leaving
We
that in
we
there, by the
we
way.
put up the tree and it's decorated, and you can delete that if you want,
I'm
but
I'm
I'm
leaving
sure
it
you
in
won't
there.
because yeah, that was well. He was. Anyways, sorry.
Oh, you're
Continue.
good. But as I was saying, the latest update
I
seems to
don't even know
be
where
the
we were at now.
I was talking about JP. The latest
Oh, okay.
update is that it's hopeful that it could just be a hyperextended knee. Me personally, I'm hoping to see him back possibly by the Louisville game, maybe end of December there. But that's about all I have from the Rice game. Levi, what do you have?
Overall, I don't know why we didn't win overall every time, but I thought we played well. I think my favorite thing that we need to talk about is the old boy from Rice that somehow went 0 for 16. I
He
got
was shoot.
my handy, I got my handy dandy uh, iPad here that's non-existent. Oh, look, I'm non-existent either. Um, but he's 0 for 16. He is their like go-to guy. If you look at him, I mean, like he scored. Well, they played the College of Biblical Studies, but he's had 13, 17, 21, and 15. And then he plays us and he only gets 5 points off from the free throw line. Not a single live ball bucket. That's impressive. He should be my hardly known hooper because if you can go 0 for 16 in a game, I don't know what you're shooting at, brother. Um, but he's their go-to guy, and we shut him down. And I give Nate a ton of credit for that. If you watch Nate guarded him. Rick Barnes said post game, and that's good to hear from Nate that he would like to just, hey, coach, I'm going to go out and guard tonight. I'm going to let the game come to me. He didn't really let the game come to him too much, obviously, because he went 0 for 4 from three. But I don't think he took any bad threes that I can think of. Dallas, I don't know if you saw him take any contested. I thought all his threes were in rhythm, and a couple of them rinned out, and that's just how the game goes sometimes. But this is a good team. I was trolling you a little bit last night, saying this team ain't winning nothing. It's that's how it feels sometimes with this fan base. They'll sit and just drive themselves mad over the basketball team for some reason, and that's just how it goes. But Rice is a good team there, and it's like Rick Bar. I mean, he did his buddy a favor. He's gonna play them late, so his guys are on their own time. They get their tip time. 2 hours. An 8:30 tip. They're gonna tip at 6:30, 6 o'clock a lot. So Rick did Lanier, which I still love Lanier, and if
Yeah.
I can't believe the guys got fired from SMU because he's a heck of a basketball coach. But overall, I think Felix, that's what you were expecting. That's what I was expecting. That's exactly what we as a fan base wanted from Felix from the year. But I think that had a lot to do with Gillespie last night. Gillespie got back to the let me probe and let me throw it up because there's been plenty of times. I watched a couple games back. I counted 21 times that Felix had a clean roll and was pointing, throw it up, and he got it 6 out of 21. Um, and one of them he missed, which we talked about. Not a common thing for Felix. He definitely is a great finisher around the rim, but it seemed like last night, eight assists from Gillespie, 4 turnovers. The 4 turnovers suck, but if you can get 2.0 assist to turnover ratio, you're doing pretty well. But overall, I thought everybody except for one player played pretty daggum solid last night, and I'm not going to name names, but overall, I really liked everything I saw. I think we need to get Bishop Boswell back because I think he's our best perimeter defender, and I also think he kind of understands the system more than others, so he got to learn, from the likes of Zakai and Shaq and those types of dudes. So it'd be really nice to get Boz back by the era tournament. But I do know for sure that as a guy that blew his entire knee out, you don't come back to the bench with ice on it unless there's something completely torn there. So I think we'll see JP within the next month or so. He's gonna have to work back again, which sucks, but at least it's nothing season ending. There's no way that he would have went back and they'd have checked his knee out and said, "Oh, crap, that's probably an ACL." Well, we'll ice you up and send you back to the bench. So It's definitely some type of hyperextension, some type of something to that lower extremity. Of course, it's the same one that he had the bad ankle slash foot injury on. So I think that overall, we'll see JP. He's definitely going to be back this year, which is great news. But it would be better if, it didn't happen.
Agreed, agreed. And I mean, at the moment, like you said, it seemed you feared the worst because I mean, he was absolutely writhing in pain. Never have I
Thought it
heard
was
a
gone.
yeah, never have I heard a scream like that come through so loud on a TV. I
Yeah, I
mean, I
thought it was gone.
felt like I was in the game. But anyway, let's move on to our college basketball picks. We have 5 games this week since Levi threw a fit over the games I selected.
Okay, first of all, you left out two of the biggest games of the week for some reason and put random game Dallas. I'm not wrong. You
Well,
should have taken out two of the stupid games you put in because you rigged this system. I think you have like word with some of these people, and you're like, "Hey, I need these games to go my way." So I'm like, "Well, what about these two games? The two biggest games, basically, essentially of the week." And you're like, "Oh, I completely forgot about those." I
well,
wasn't paying no attention to two, top 10 matchups, man.
in my defense, I think I completely skipped Tuesday or Wednesday, excuse me, on the ESPN app, and I went straight to Thursday. That's
See,
probably
why are you
why.
using the ESPN app?
Because it's the best. I mean,
No, it's
it
not. It,
it's not the best. It's
Jesus.
not
Goodness.
the sports
Jesus Lord.
the Apple Sports app and the
I'm
real
praying for
app.
you right now. Hold on. When I pray, you don't talk.
Uh,
Okay, go ahead. No,
okay.
don't take your hat off.
The Apple Sports app and the real app, they are the best. But
Real is the best, man.
yeah, but the ESPN is the best for just on the quick go, just boom, because it's on the home screen. If I
Remember,
moved it
you're
on the home
crazy.
screen, but whatever. Anyway, this week's games are we have number 6 Louisville at Cincinnati. We have Georgia neutral site against Xavier, which is a good game by the way. We have South Carolina neutral site.
Where where are Cincinnati and Louisville playing?
They're playing at Cincinnati's home court, I do believe. That's what the
No, they're
app
playing
tells
at
me.
Heritage Bank Center. It says it says semi away on here, but it says it's on Heritage Bank Center, which is it's the large arena for Cyclones hockey games and other events, plus a bar and grill looking over.
Well, I
So are we
guess
sure that's an actual at Cincinnati game, or is that where they always play?
that's what the ESPN app on the app. It shows the little picture of
Dallas,
the
did we not
arena.
just talk about the daggum
I
ESPN
I
app?
know, I know, I know. But on the actual app, it shows a little picture of the arena, and it has the Cincinnati Bearcat logo in the middle of the court. So I'm hoping they haven't led me this far astray. If they have, I will no longer be using the ESPN app if they've led me this far astray.
No, so Cincinnati plays at Fifth Third Arena. That's their home arena. They're playing at Heritage Bank, which is yeah, that's about as neutral site as you could get. But it's also the biggest arena in Cincinnati. So it's a home game and they're going to make it a home game. I guess that's why it says semi away instead of neutral. But they're not playing at Cincinnati's home court. So delete that app before I have to kill you.
Okay. But we have number 6, Louisville, neutral against Cincinnati. Georgia, neutral against Xavier. South Carolina, neutral against Northwestern. And then number 4, Arizona. At number 3, Yukon. And number 11, Alabama. At number 8, Illinois. Starting off with the Louisville game. I mean, give me Louisville. I think it could be a close game, but I don't think Xavier having the firepower at the end. So give me the Cards and wherever in the world they're playing at
Who?
Levi. The Cards,
No, who doesn't have the firepower in the end?
Cincinnati.
You said Xavier.
Did I?
Yeah. So what games?
Well,
See, he rigs it. You hear it here first, right? He does this. It's a mind trick. He wants me to take. He wants me to think they're playing Xavier, so I follow it. Y'all hear me out, right? They're hearing me.
okay,
They
okay,
understand me. This is why.
okay.
This is why, Dallas. You always. This is how you somehow beat me by 2 games last year. It's a mind trick. Give me
I'm
Louisville.
Sounds good to me. All right, now moving on to the Xavier game. We have Georgia on a neutral site against Xavier, and Mike White in the past has not been a great coach, but I've watched Georgia a lot actually this season. I've watched two, three of
They
their
got
games.
Dominique Wilkinson out there. You seen
They got
that?
yeah, yeah, he can fly, and I mean that team is
It's
that, that team is very fun to watch. They have Wilkerson, they have Wilkins, they have
they're fun.
Samoto Cyril, Blue Cane. Give me the Bulldogs
The Dunkyard Dogs.
against I guess Xavier. Are they the Bulldogs? Anyway, give me the
Xavier.
Georgia Bulldogs.
They're
Yeah,
the Minutemen.
no Musketeers.
Something like that. I don't know. One of them northern sayings that we
I
don't
don't I
pay any
don't
attention to.
I don't know why I was thinking Bulldogs,
We've
but give me
watched Death by
Georgia.
Lightning. We don't care about them people.
Oh no, absolutely not. Justice for Grant. All right, so I'd give me Georgia. Levi, who do you have?
Yeah, I'll take Georgia as well.
All right, copying my picks. Very smart. All right. Coming up, we have South Carolina on a neutral site against Northwestern. And I'm not going to lie, with the beginning, I picked this game because I could not find another game that we could possibly pick. South Carolina is
Oh yeah, it's not
horrible.
like Alabama and Illinois play or UConn and Arizona, but yeah, I mean, we'll pick this game.
Absolutely. But South Carolina is absolutely horrible.
He
Give me
rigs it.
North. Give me Northwestern. Levi, who do you have?
Yeah, I'll take that South Carolina team, man. I really, Eli Ellis. They'll they'll sit and clamor for him all they want, but he's a good player. He's not going to finish his career at South Carolina, but give me Northwestern.
Absolutely. All right, moving on. We have number 4, Arizona, at number 3, UConn. I know last week on the last podcast, I called UConn probably the most overrated team in my opinion. However, it's a home game. If this was a neutral site, give me the Wildcats, but give me the UConn Huskies at home against Arizona. Levi, who do you have?
This is a tough one, but sorry, Dad. I'm taking Arizona to win this one.
My
See, he
ink
writes
pen,
them down, but he writes me down wrong. He'll have me wrong next week.
my ink pen hasn't exploded so far, so we're doing
That's
good.
that's good. We're doing better.
We're
I
doing
was gonna
better.
send you some. I was about to ask you for your address because I was like, well, I could send Dallas some nice ink pens on
You were
Amazon
not
to
you were
his.
not sending ink pens. I know what you were sending. Anyway,
I can't say what I really wanted to send, but
exactly. All right, moving on. We have number 11 Alabama at number 8 Illinois. I struggled with this one because Alabama's coming off the loss to Purdue, and I didn't see Nate Oates losing again. However, Illinois is just they're stout, man. That offense is something. Give me the Fighting Illini at home against Alabama. Levi, who do you have?
I would say if we had a betting segment, I would say bet the over with your mortgage. Of course, I've bet the over on Bama twice this year. First one against St. John's, easy clear. Second one, Bama couldn't buy a bucket at home for some reason. And am I allowed to talk about betting?
We do not. So
I'm
we
not.
do
I'm
not.
not influencing picks. I'm not giving picks. I'm just saying what
Okay.
I've done personally.
Just say
Um,
that's your personal opinion. Yeah.
yeah, 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 personal opinion here. No, 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 I don't endorse any bets whatsoever. But second one. Purdue decided to go up 7 because they could make a shot every now and then they slowed the game down and took it over and no chance for an over. If you want to, personally, I will be putting money on the over on that one. And I'm going to take Illinois because they have a bunch of Dallases out there. They're all 40-year-old men with a beard. So
That's it for the podcast.
did we just wait? Did all of our picks go the same this week?
Except for the Arizona UCLA, you picked Arizona. I
Okay.
mean Arizona UConn. You picked Arizona. I picked UConn.
Okay.
And to be honest,
I'm gonna take Zona in that one. UConn's tough this year though, brother. They're tough this year.
they are. They are. All right, moving on to the
Where is
hardly.
Arizona?
You want to know where Arizona's at? The state.
I know where that's at. I'm looking in Ken Palm. Oh, they're 11th in
Oh,
Ken Palm. Wow. I didn't know they were that far down. I was looking for them in like the top 5. Gonzaga's number 1 because their offense is just, I don't even know what to say. That
offensively.
offense is ridiculous. They just beat, who'd they beat? Hold on. Before we get into hardly known Hoopers, let's see. They beat Southern Utah, which is not a good team, but they beat them 122 to 50.
It's
They've also played Oklahoma, Creighton, and Arizona State, 65th, 49, and 86th best teams, and the closest anybody got was 12 points.
they're going to be a tough
So,
out.
yeah,
Definitely,
I'm
they're
glad
going to
we
be
don't
a tough
ever
out.
freaking play them. Well, we did for a bit there, and we whipped them
Yeah.
a couple times, and then they got scared of us and ran away. I don't
Uh,
blame them. Rick
I
Barnes can
don't.
outcoach just about most. If you want to play that fast-paced style and shoot hoops, you ain't gonna get to do that against us, brother.
That Admiral
So
game will go down in history. All
it's
right.
still a top. I think that's what, in your opinion, before we got time. In your opinion, the Admiral performance against Gonzaga has to be top 5 you've ever seen. Like not in person, but overall,
Yeah.
right? Like as a
Yeah.
all.
It's the Admiral game. There's Lofton against Kentucky. There's Connect against Auburn. Connect
That
against
was a
Purdue,
nasty one.
which I mean, if they won that game against Purdue, it's probably the number one if they win that game.
When
But
when you went up right there at the timeout, when it's what 28-17, I think.
yeah,
What happened in that huddle? Because we went soft for about 2 possessions, and I was really irritated because at that point you're up 12, you get a stop out the timeout, you come down, and you don't even let the Connect touch the basketball. Like if and I love Rick, and we both love Rick, but at that point you absolutely have to just isolate Connect and just get him the ball, in my opinion. But
yeah, it's been a
it's a
bugaboo
long
of
time
the
ago. Long time ago.
yeah.
Pardon no Hoopers. Sorry,
All
I'm
right,
rambling.
let's go move on. Okay, on
Let's
to
get.
hardly known Hoopers. Today
I
I
don't know how to
have
pronounce my guy's name, by the way.
well, you stole him from me, and I had
No.
just learned to pronounce his name.
Oh, how do you say it?
Old Odeke. Is
Bucky.
that
Oh boy.
oh boy? I think I
A
merged his
boy.
first. I think I merged his first name and his last name. But anyway, mine is actually an SEC guy this time, so it's going to be probably the first time I've done conference. I think you probably know who I'm going with. Give
I know
me
exactly who you're going with.
Ilias Cummerdine from Ole Miss. He's a French prospect, 18 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, 5 assists, 65% from the field. I had to do a complete double take when I saw that. 53% from three. I had to do a complete double take when I saw that as well. He's known as the French Tyrese Halliburton. He actually looks a lot like Tyrese. It's kind of unnerving, but he's just fun to watch play. I mean, 6'4", 180. I wish I weighed 180, but I mean, he's just it's like I said, very unnerving as to how much he looks and plays like Tyrese Halliburton. Levi, we kind of spoiled your hardly known Hooper, but go ahead and give
Yeah.
it to
Good old Bucky. Funny name.
us.
Uh, but yeah, Bucky, oh boy. He's hooping out here for Santa Clara. He's one of those guys that he's sat for a while and just kind of got developed, and he may be the reason Santa Clara is a dark horse, which they're not going to win. Gonzaga's going to run away with the West Coast this year. Of course, St. Mary's is always, a scary team, but he's had he had 22 points against Nevada the other night. And he's just a freak, dude. Like, there's a bunch of them coming out this year. There's a bunch of like 7-foot dudes. I don't know if you've seen, but recently it's like I follow a Twitter account that's just, or an X account. Sorry, Elon. Um, but it's like 7'2" so and so is going nuts tonight. But yeah, this guy's a stud. And I mean, hard to watch those games, especially for me. I got to get up early in the mornings. I couldn't even go to the Tennessee game last night. I had to watch it on TV. First game I've watched on TV since the first round last year. So it's been pretty rough. I don't like watching the boys on TV, but yeah, if you can stay up, oh boy. In here in East Tennessee, we call him Bucky Obia, but he's a stud. Dallas is mad because he had a better segment than I did, but he is a stud and he's fun to watch. And he's kind of like Felix Okpara, but he can dribble the basketball.
That's a
That's a
very
good
good
comparison.
comparison. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's Felix Okpara that can put the ball on the floor. Also, Felix shooting that three at the beginning of the game last night about drove me mad. So,
I'm okay with it. I'm
like,
okay with
no,
it.
no, no. There's times to shoot it, Dallas, and that's not the time.
I
You
agree
got
with
to get in
that.
a
I agree.
rhythm. There's a rhythm. There's a sweat. There's a lather, as my dad used to say. You got to go out and get lathered up, get to the line, make a layup, stuff like that. Dallas is thinking of things to say that are not PG-13 right now.
Well,
Um,
I was going to say, I just want to see if you can clarify this. You follow a Twitter account, that X account, that posts nothing but big dudes.
no, they post. It's a college basketball role players. It's actually really cool.
Okay.
It's dudes that aren't like, it's not just whatever you said. Um, I'm not giving you the opportunity, but because you still have the screenshot from, I guess, last year when I tweeted what I said, but that was a quote tweet, and you should show what's below it. But that's fine. Um, but yeah, I want to ask you a couple things, Dallas, if you're cool with it, if you got the time.
Sure. Shoot.
All right. Who would you take to win the ACC at this moment?
I mean, it's a toss up between Duke and Louisville. I think at the end, I'm going to give the edge to Duke just because I don't think Louisville. I mean, it's simple as they don't have Cameron Boozer and Duke does. So give me the Blue Devils, but with the caveat that I could see them splitting it with Louisville.
Yeah, I could see. Overall, I think Duke wins it because of the fact that they have just a ridiculous home court advantage. And for some reason, I don't know. I have to look it up, Dallas. We'll talk about it on the next podcast. I'll look it up. But they have like a ridiculous percentage of calls that go their way on their court. I'll have to find that. And then also, who would you pick to win the Big 12?
It's kind of weird
I
you
know.
ask me.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I
I mean,
know.
we did this last year too, and I think you got 3 out of 4 correct.
I believe
If
I believe
I'm remembering correctly, you picked the Big 12, the Big 10, and the SEC correct last year. So
yeah. The only reason I kind of giggled is I tend to have a hard time differentiating the Big Ten from the Big 12. Teams get jumbled. I I'm gonna go. I think this is the right team. If it's not, I'm gonna look like an idiot. But Kansas is in the Big 12, are they not? Or are they in the Big
you are
10?
correct. Yes.
Okay,
You're going to take
okay.
Kansas over Houston?
Well, if Darren Peterson gets
I'm putting
healthy.
you on the spot here. I mean, I don't have notes either. So I should have given you, like I said, I would
Oh,
take Duke as well.
you're fine. I mean,
I
I'd
don't
rather
have any
see.
notes whatsoever.
I'd rather be on the spot. If Kansas gets Darren Peterson healthy, give me Kansas. If he misses a few
Do
games,
we know what he's hurt with at all?
not a clue. I think it was some
Okay.
type of leg, lower body. But if he's healthy, give me Kansas. But if he
Sounds like a
misses,
calf.
yeah, if he misses a few games there, give me Houston.
Yeah, for sure. And then we'll shoot to the other conference that you don't know anything about. Nah, Big Ten. I feel like there's a few teams in the Big Ten. You know, you got Purdue and you got Illinois, and I think Wisconsin's a dark horse. But past Purdue and Illinois and Wisconsin, I don't really see like Indiana looks good, but um, I don't see it. And then it's just weird to look and see that they have USC and UCLA and Oregon. Oregon's a solid team as well. But who would you take to win the Big Ten conference?
I would take to win it. Give me Michigan State. But yeah, I know.
I
But
know, hard to bet against Izzo, brother.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's hard to bet against
Hard
this,
to bet
though.
against Izzo.
But I
It
want to
is.
put in that my dark horse would be UCLA, even though they lost to Arizona. I think that UCLA looks pretty solid, and they have a few very good pieces there. That if everything clicks for them at the right time, they could definitely make a run for it. But yeah, overall, give me Michigan State.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't agree, but it's hard. I mean,
Yeah,
you and I are very similar in the way we like the game of ball, and Izzo is our type of coach. So I like Izzo a lot. Um, but overall, there's some daggone good teams out here, Dallas. I mean, in the Big 12, you still have BYU. You have
yeah,
Texas Tech. I don't think Texas Tech is that good as this year as they were last. But let's talk one more conference, the worst conference out here, in my opinion, of the power conferences, the Big East. So you have Creighton and Martins. I think Connecticut probably runs away with that one.
yeah. Give me UConn. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's very top heavy. There's first
The
and two,
dude,
three.
the bottom half of that conference, the bottom half of that conference is flat out awful at basketball. DePaul, Xavier, Seton Hall. What happened to Seton Hall? They were great to watch growing up. And even in the last 10 years, 5 years, like I used to love throwing on Seton Hall and watching them play, but it's sad what's happening. And Butler's not
Butler.
that great. Georgetown looks good this year, though. I'll give Georgetown a little bit of a shout out there.
Yeah, Georgetown looks much better than they have in the past. I think didn't they go winless in their conference like 2 years ago? That seems to check out to me,
Two
but
years ago, they were 0-19.
okay.
I don't know
That
how that's possible. If Tennessee did that, I think I would. I'd be done.
that's all we got to say. But unless you have anything else, Levi,
Is
I
that
guess
Kentucky Walmart Wi-Fi catching up to you?
yeah, it really is. I've had a few situations here that hopefully doesn't come across on the actual audio. This is really bugging out on me right now. I think it's the
Should be fine.
definitely the Wi-Fi. It should be fine though. If not, I'll fix it as much as I can. So
Yeah,
I
you're on
guess
that. Tell the Walmart they gotta move closer.
it's brutal. But with that, we'll wrap things up here, and we will be back next week. Next week, Levi, we can probably begin to actually talk about some opponents that are actually worth Tennessee getting up for. I mean, we can probably begin talking about Rutgers. So it's going to be a very fun show. See you all next week, and go Vols.